Welcome back to Joey Movie Clips. Today, I bring you a 2013 Spanish TV series titled El Tiempo, Entre, Costuras. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. The female boss is surprised to discover that the apprentice girl in front of her has extraordinary sewing talent. She will surely make a name for herself in the fashion world in the future. The female boss is very accurate in her judgment, but she is still conservative. Because besides fashion, the girl's future has an even greater stage. But right now, she needs to grow, to sow her life trajectory in the dense pins of time. Finally, 12 years later, Sheila became an excellent tailor and reached the age of talking about marriage. But where to find a husband? Her best friend called her to a party. The party was full of marriageable men and women. Indeed, as soon as they arrived, four men started staring at them. Peggy, who had a limp, staggered to the men's side. She was not choosing for herself, but was selecting a husband for Sheila. The man she chose was named Ignar, a reserved civil servant. Sheila, who is in the throes of youth, is very satisfied with Ignar. They talk passionately and accidentally spilled wine on Sheila's clothes. This needs to be washed right away, otherwise it would be all over. Sheila rushed home. Halfway through, Ignar caught up, giving her soda and salt that could remove the wine stains. Ignar's thoughtfulness moved Sheila, and they started dating. Their relationship kept improving. Before long, Ignar passed the reserve and became an official civil servant. In joy, he proposed to Sheila. Sheila showed a puzzled face. It was not that she had other more obvious life goals to pursue, but after the initial heat of this romance, she seemed to have fallen out of love. However, she did not reject Ignar. Her mother was very satisfied with this civil servant's son-in-law. She, who had brought up Sheila alone, knew how lucky it was to find someone who loved her. Ignar indeed loved Sheila very much, and he was smart and had a precise understanding of the situation. He knew that the tailor shop could not last long in such turbulent times, so he wanted to buy Sheila a typewriter. If she learns this, Sheila could also get a job in the government. There's no denying that Ignar is a good man who can provide for the day-to-day life, but how many young girls who have not experienced the world wish to plunge directly into life after having a taste of the world's wonders? She wants to experience and grow. She wants to be hurt by the dark side of the mesmerizing world and then return to her nest regretfully and quietly wait for the most ordinary happiness. When Ignar tried the typewriter, a man with handsome looks and profound eyes greeted Sheila. Sheila fluttered in her heart, but still said, "I'm here with my fiancé." The man smirked, said that Ignar didn't deserve Sheila, and introduced himself as the manager of the shop. His inappropriate remarks didn't anger Sheila. It seemed she really didn't love Ignar. When they went into her room, Sheila's gaze never left the manager. Ignar's gaze was all on the typewriter. That night, Sheila tossed and turned. A few days later, when she went to get the typewriter, the manager pulled her away, confessed his love with all sorts of amorous words. Sheila kept the last of her rationality. But every unintentional little touch from the manager made Sheila's rationality crumble bit by bit. After being woken up, Sheila hurriedly escaped. But the manager still had tricks. The typewriter that Sheila brought back had a broken S key. Of course, it was the manager's doing. Sheila went back to the shop. The manager tried typing a line of words. Sheila couldn't understand. The manager filled in the S, "Tonight at 9, St. Susan Street." Sheila clearly refused, but still went that night. Everything happened in the name of love. At this time, Sheila's wedding dress was also ready. It was made by the boss and the mother, and it was the last order of the tailor shop. As Ignar predicted, the tailor shop was going to go out of business. Sheila didn't care about these things anymore. A few days later, when Ignar was happily talking about wedding arrangements, Sheila suggested breaking up. Ignar quickly recovered from the shock and finally said, "No matter who he is, he will never love you as much as I do." For this sentence, Sheila had to wait for many, many years to understand. By the time she understood, everything had changed. She also carefully told her mother about this. While her mother was sewing her wedding dress, she told her not to be foolish. Sheila said, "It's not stupidity, it's just that I finally know what love is." Her mother angrily said, "How can you be so selfish?" Sheila retorted, "I can't marry someone I don't love because of this. I have my life." People who have not experienced love think they know what love is. People who have not experienced life talk about life and use all their strength to make those who have really experienced it shut up. Sheila went to the manager's house without looking back. During this time, she was extremely happy. She felt as if the manager could guess her thoughts and always gave her unexpected surprises. Little did she know that it was not the manager who had guessed her thoughts, but every girl whose eyes were blinded by love had the same thoughts. No one is special. 2 months later, Sheila was awakened by a knock on the door. Her mother had come. She called Sheila a harlot, but she said she did not come to criticize her today, but to take her to see her father, whom she had never met before.